15 seconds. Ooh. Oh, that's so cool.
Hey, stay straight, baby. This is the point. Stay straight. Stay straight. Stay straight. Come on, baby.
Good job, sir. Nice job.
Awesome.
13 years. In 40 seconds, it's gone.
How much? 1 minute 44.
If we didn't have anybody in our pool that long.
And just like that, the Vandenberg ends its historic life above the water and begins its new life as a dramatic example of an artificial reef.
Because it's tide, it has to make the clearance of the bottom on the bottom of the ship, on the bottom of this river right here. It has to make that clearance, so it's real critical the timing on this thing.
3, 2, 1, fire.
That was a bigger explosion than I thought it would be.
All right, so the Mohawk's gonna sink here shortly today. But what happens is magic happens over time. The metal goes down to the bottom, Mother Nature takes over. Within weeks to months and years, this reef will continue to evolve. The first week, we'll get some bait fish and some pelagic fish come in for the bait. And then eventually over time, you get the invertebrate growth, things like the algae, the corals, the sponges. And those animals will provide food and shelter for other
final few holes were cut for circulation of water and sea life. The flood valves were opened. And the last man on board was recovered.
We're watching the ship sink, and at that point you realize that you've got a 7,000-ton piece of metal there. It's just a huge sight to behold, and it wants to do what it wants to do. Once we were watching this thing go down, it was just very impressive. It was the largest thing I have seen happen, and certainly the largest thing I've had the privilege of working on.
After 63 years of floating on the world's oceans, the Texas Clipper is now at her final port of call.
The ship is going to be home to a new crew. It's the flora and fauna underneath the water. It's just as it was our ship, it's going to be theirs as well.